Have you seen that scene have you seen a movie Fury with Brad Pitt? Have you seen it where there's this one scene where they go out and he's in the tank and they're getting shot up and one of the soldiers cannot handle it. He just cannot handle it. He's panicking, he's frozen, he's locked up, he doesn't know what to do, he starts peeing in his pants, and they have this scene. It's a very good scene to show that some people, when it hits you all of a sudden, you don't know how you're going to react your first time, and you know, Brad Pitt's trying to kind of calm the guy down and say, hey, it's going to be all right, go through it. Was there ever a moment like that you saw one of your peers that was tough behind, you know, enemy lines, but then the moment they cross enemy lines, that pressure just kind of exposed some of the fears that we may have?
Not really. I didn't experience that. But if you stopped and took notice, you could see how some people didn't really fight to stay in the frontline units. I guess that's a better way. And good for them. I mean, if they knew beforehand that they were in the wrong line of work, or maybe they were more suited to the administrative side of the house or something like that. Yeah. And they went to places where they were less likely to find themselves in Iraq and Afghanistan, I guess. But that would be the closest thing I can think of, just because that training that we go through is so intense, especially after people started coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan and incorporating those lessons into the training. Then for sure, it wasn't a surprise what you were coming in to do. So I never really experienced somebody having that type of a reaction downrange. Yeah. But I'm sure it happened, but I just never experienced that.
So for us, we flew from LA to Atlanta, and then we got in the Greyhound, and then it was like 5 of us from LA, and we drove to South Carolina, Fort Jackson, and we're driving. Everybody's tough because everyone's from a gang, and everyone's, you know, this guy's from 18th Street, that guy's from this guy, so we're all bragging about who's tougher. And then you get to the unit, and drill sergeants come up, and they start hollering at you, and you're like, okay, I'm not used to this. You know what your girl is doing right now? She's with your best friend, hollering his name. She ain't even thinking about you right now. She's already over you, and just mentally messing with you. Yeah. And then it got to one of the tests where you had to give the other guy IVs, okay? Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's not a big test. I mean, to you, probably IV is not a big deal. It's just, you know, you're just putting an IV in your body. So we're all sitting there, like 100 of us, and one guy does it, next guy does it, next guy does it. 5 people refuse to do it. Couple of the guys do it. They knock out, they pass out, they can't deal with needles. It was interesting seeing it, you know, as you're going through the process of how some of the things you were prepared to go through, some of the things you were not prepared to go through. But again, in your world, it's a completely different level. You're a Navy SEAL. You guys are seeing stuff that only a few people get a chance to see. So out of curiosity, for us, we had a very initiating type of an environment where people were initiating new rookies that were coming here. The hazing concept, which was very normal back in the days. Nowadays, you know, the smallest joke you tell them, you may get ETS, you might be dishonorably discharged from the Navy because you did the wrong thing. Was the hazing thing going on back then when you were in? Because it was for us, definitely.
Yeah, no, it was. And, you know, I can see how it could get out of hand at some levels or some places, but for me, it was a very positive experience. I mean, I look back on those times with my new guys, with our E5 Mafia, all together there and going through that hazing. And for whatever reason, the platoon that I was in as a new guy, they did a great job with it. And of course, the part you look forward to, the hazing you look forward to, is getting your trident and pounding that thing into your chest. That's the one you look forward to. You hear about it happening to other people. That's what you want to have happen. Now it's probably illegal. Now you go to jail if you do it, probably. But back then, I mean, that's the rite of passage, is your whole platoon coming by. And what I remember is that the guys that were huge that I thought were going to hit so hard, they didn't hit as hard. But like the guys I thought were going to be like, they hit so hard. And I distinctly remember that. And they put you up against the Conex box, so there's no give. And they just bam, pound that thing, and everybody cycles through, and the whole team. And it was fantastic.
Is the mark left till today? Is there still a mark till today?
No, the pins are so small. I mean, once they go in, it's mostly impact, you know, once you hit like something, because it is big, you know, it is, the trident's huge. So it's just those little pins are small. They go in, and, you know, that's fine. It's like getting your ear pierced probably, or something like that, especially when you're all yoked up from doing thousands of push-ups and pull-ups at buds. So there's a little more padding back there, a little more armor back then in the day.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.